Hi, it's Mike here again. Just back with another update on my solar-powered electric boat. Just yesterday I received this 300 watt panel, so instead of running this with a 100 watt panel, I'm now going to have about hopefully three times the amps coming out of this panel, and I've also upgraded to an MPPT charge controller. So this panel was actually putting out, it was showing 37 volts. So and I checked out with my ammeter, it really is, it's throwing out 37 volts. So my other little charge controller wasn't going to be able to handle that. So I'm glad that I upgraded the charge controller. So about $300 New Zealand for the panel, and there was $180 for the MPPT charge controller. I've had the boat running now for 35 minutes, and today I've actually put it on power level 2. So instead of level 1 that we were testing with the 100 watt panel, I've chopped it up to level 2, and you can see it's really churning out that water. If I go up to level 3 now, it's going to start throwing too much water out of the bucket. So you can see I've actually rigged up a voltmeter on here, which is probably a little bit hard to see, but you might be able to see. So we're still actually sitting on 14 volts. So there's actually no current at all being used out of this battery. It's all solar into the charge controller and straight feeding the motor. So this panel's tilted, so once we get this set up on the boat, I'm actually going to have it hinged so that I can tilt the panel, so that when I stop to do a little bit of fishing, I'll be able to tilt the panel, shut the motor down, and just sit for a bit and do some fishing and charge the battery back up. It looks to me like this is going to have no problems at all handling power setting 2. There's actually 5 settings on this engine, and I think I can probably run this even on level 3 or level 4. It's really throwing some water out of here. I can't unfortunately test it for very long on any higher level without it throwing all of the water out of the bucket. So that's going to have to wait until we get out onto Littleton Harbour to do some real world testing. So pretty good test today. Looks really promising. This 300 watt panel looks like it's going to feed really loads and loads of power through the MPPT charge controller and easily run this motor. So I've actually been boat shopping already. In my excitement, I've gone out and put a deposit down on a 3-metre aluminium hull boat, and I'm going to be mounting this panel over the weekend, and hopefully getting it ready to go for a bit of a test next week out in the bay, and really looking forward to doing that, of course. So I'll give you an update video again probably on Sunday once I've got the panel mounted on the boat, and then we'll see. We just have to look for another nice sunny day like we've got today. It's autumn, and the sun is very low in the sky, but with a bit of tilt on the panel, you can see even in the winter it's possible to get really a fantastic amount of energy. It's really hard to believe you can capture this much energy just in sunlight to run a boat motor like this. So stand by for an update, maybe on Sunday. Okay, thanks, bye.